Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that what to expect analysis. This is just a prediction on the season that the Clippers might actually have this up and coming year. They won 50 games last year and they ended the season on an 8-game win streak, had a 7-game series with the Denver Nuggets in the first round. And we look at this team and say, man, did they end up upgrading this roster compared to last year. Obviously, guys like Norman Powell won't be back, and some other guys like Ben Simmons that didn't really do much for the team, but he was on the roster, and some other guys too. But we look at the roster this year, and I feel like they're deeper, they're bigger, they're stronger, and they have more variety that they can throw out there lineup wise. And then they got closers like James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. They might be going on past their prime, but they still some of the best players in the league. And we know that we should see more Kawhi hopefully this year, which most of the time equals more wins. And that's what the Clippers signed him for because they feel like he'd be the guy that can lead them to a championship. Now, this roster and this team has lost coaches, has lost a lot of players to get to this point, but they still look at it like we still got Kawhi. Our window is still open if we put the right talent around them, and we should still be able to compete for championships. And that was the purpose of Chris Paul. That was the purpose of Bradley Beal, saying we don't really need too much. We just need to cut around the edges and stay pat with what we have. We like our coach. We like our staff. We like the players in the roster that we have. And we like the veterans that we still also have on the roster. Starting off with Bobo Bogdan, he will not be playing probably in the beginning of the season because he had a hamstring tear in Eurobasket. So I just wanted to bring that up and say he's not going to have a big impact on the team right away. But as long as he can handle the ball and space the floor and create some shots for himself or others from time to time, that's all you're really going to ask him to do. I do expect his defense to fall off a little bit because of the hamstring tear, and he's going to be a little rusty. But other than that's the purpose of Bradley Beal. A guy that can handle the ball. He can hit a shot. He can make a shot for himself. He's a guy that can get to the basket, get to the free throw line, get out in transition. He's still one of the best shooting guards in the league. He might went down as one of the best starting shooting guards. He's probably not top 10 anymore, but he's still within that top 15, and he's only 32, so he has a lot left in the tank. This team is different than the Washington team. This team is different than the Phoenix team. His role is going to be different on this team. They just need him to cut and just be open and just make plays. And he's a fast, quick dude, and he understands what he needs to do when he has the ball in his hands. And he's a weapon everywhere on the basketball court, and he just makes quick decisions in general. We will have to see if his defense is going to be there. That's something that is going to be very important if this team is going to be successful with him starting. And you look at other guys on this roster like Nicholas Batum that might come back, might not. We don't know yet. But he will be a good addition to have again with that length, that 3-point shooting. It always does help. Another guy is Cam Christie. He's young. He might crack the rotation and get 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see what he can do at that guard position, give them some length and some athleticism there and some possible shooting. John Collins is strong and big and tough. He can hit a mid-range or outside shot from time to time. He can rebound. He can finish in that dunker spot. Very athletic, very quick. He's still young. He's still trying to prove himself. He still wants to win. This is probably the best team he's ever been on, if we're going to be honest. And he understands that this is a good chance to leave a good impression on the league since his contract is almost up and he's going to be wanting to get another lucrative one. We're going to see if he's going to be able to step his game up and have one of his better seasons. And better season doesn't mean his numbers increase. It just means he's understanding what he's out there doing and what he should be doing. And like I said, the man already got a lot of the big man qualities in him, and he does that no matter what team he goes to. And he's almost always a double-double given the minutes. So, that's not going to be something that's going to really surprise me too much on a team like the Clippers, but I just see him not getting as many touches, but still having a good impact on his roster. And I think that that's what he should be having his mind set out on. Chris Dunn was fantastic defensively. He's very quick. He's very fast when he gets steals and anticipating where the ball is going. He's fine taking risks and taking challenges of getting to the ball to be able to deflect it or just be able to turn that pass into a transition opportunity for himself or his teammates. He has always been a good defender. The problem with his career has been his health. He continued to get banged up, continued to get injured throughout his career, and he still fought to stay in the NBA. I thought he was still an NBA player, and he really showed what he can do last year, and hopefully we can see more of it because he is a quality guard, and he also showed that he can shoot the three a little bit. So he became a 3-and-D point guard or a 3-and-D guard, and that's because he can guard the two guard position too, because he's just that uppity and just that touchy that he can make you want to dribble the ball and then he can get you, or he can stay in front of you and force you to want to give up the ball. And that means he played great defense without fouling, which he normally can do. And I would like to see more of Chris Dunn this year, and hopefully he can be healthy enough for us to see it. James Harden was an All NBA player last year, so we know that he's going to continue to want to play as well as he can. He's going to continue to defer to his teammates. He has a lot of good ones inside and out this year. We know that he can handle the ball. We know he can get to the rim. We know he can get to the free throw line. We know he can hit the threes. None of that's a question. And that's something that has been why he's one of the top 75 greatest players to ever pick up a basketball, because he has so many ways to impact the game and influence winning. And I don't think that's going to be leaving him this year because he just has more time because they got eliminated early in the round to be healthier and be more ready and more prepared for this up and coming season. Even though he is getting older, it's just about using the mind tricks and using your body the right way to be able to create separation or create opportunities for yourself or your teammates, and he understands that because he did a lot last year. I expect him not to be as efficient, but I expect him to be more happy to give the ball to his teammates and good looks and good spots. And if they try to play off of him, then try to score and make plays and make shots. And that's just reading and reacting the right way to what the defense is trying to force you to do and what they're trying to get you to do. And Harden has been a manipulator of defenses for basically his entire career, even going back to high school. So this is not going to be any different. It's just up to his teammates to finish the play and create opportunities to where he can get open from time to time. And then it's just about knocking down shots. And that's about it. Then you look at Derrick Jones Jr. He's an athletic long wing. He can shoot the threes from time to time. He can get to the paint and get dunks and get out in transition. He can be looked at as a two-way player. Also, he's still young and he's still trying to prove himself in his league and trying to get another big contract too before he's said and done with his NBA career. And I like the fact that this guy is so switchable and he is so long, and it allows him to get steals and get blocks. It allows him to finish in the paint. It allows him to get out in transition and get good, efficient opportunities. And I have love what Derrick Jones Jr. has been able to do. It's good that they like him too, and that's why they made the move to get him. And it's been working out for him. It's been paying out for him. So I just hope he can continue to shoot the ball a little bit better and well, so that way he can continue to be a threat. And the better he shoots that, the more he can use that to counter and get to the basket or get to the middle of the court and make a play that's either score or make a play for his teammates to score. And that's all you can really ask him to do, is make the right decision when he's out there on the court. Yanic, he's a 7-footer. Because they have Collins and because they have Zubac, he might not see a lot of time on the basketball court. But if he does, it's just about using his size to rebound and protect the rim to the best of his ability and just dunk. And if he can do those simple things and wall off the paint, you're going to be happy with him as a big. You can say the same thing about Brook Lopez. He can still shoot the three. He can still dunk. He can still protect the paint. He's not the greatest rebounder, but he is a floor spacer to counter it, and that can help other guys be able to play in the post, play near the posted area, whether it's Kawhi or any other player like John Collins. And Brook Lopez can still be a threat to be a kick out player, to be able to knock it down. And he also can be a switchable guy killer, because you can throw the ball down to him in the post and he can get high looks percentage wise and still be able to finish in the paint. So That's something that he's always been able to do, but he's always going to be a threat for the 3 point line. You're not going to see him play too much, but it is good to see them have multiple bigs that they can rely on to give them stability at that position and give them great rim protection and also, nail protection sometimes too if they try to go into drop coverage. Jordan Miller, we have to really see what he's going to do. We don't really know how he's going to be. We don't really know what he's going to really add to this team. Might as well say it that way. No disrespect. We just have to see more of him, and we have to see him in a legitimate role to really gauge what he's going to be and what he's going to do. You still got Christopher Emmanuel Paul, aka CP3, aka Chris Paul. He's 40, but he still can hit a mid range. He still can hit a three. He still can create his own shot. He still can play off the ball and hit mid ranges and put the ball in the floor with floaters or mid range pull ups. He still knows how to make the right decisions. He still knows how to eat the right plays. He can be in your closing lineups because of that reason, and that's going to be very, very important against good high level competition to have somebody you can trust with the ball or trust to make decisions. And I think Chris Paul has proven that and shown that his entire career. And he did it also with the San Antonio Spurs. And he did play all 82 games, showing you that he could be a big difference maker, although he's old on this roster, just like a Brook Lopez, too. Not only that, you still got some other young players that we have to see if they're going to be on the roster for a long period of time. Like Ty Washington, we don't really know what they're going to get out of the guy. We don't even know if he's going to play. That's something that's going to be questionable. Kobe Sanders and Jason Princeton, we don't know how much they're going to play. They're going to be in the Jordan Miller type of conversation, whether they're going to get waived for somebody else to be on the roster, or they might not play at all, or they might just be call-up guys for a while just in case they're needed, and then they probably might be going in the future or later when the season continues to go on towards the buyout season. They might get waived then, and somebody might take their spots. We don't know yet, but they're not really guaranteed to make a huge impact or impact really at all on this roster. Patty Mills, he's interesting because he can shoot, he can get to the basket from time to time, depending on how the defense tries to guard the team or what they try to do with him. He just has good IQ and understanding where to be at on the court, how to move without the basketball, and how to provide spacing and still be a threat if you leave him open. Other than that, we just have to look at this team and see what is Zubac going to bring to the table. Coming off one of the his best season is what he's coming off last year. Can he top it? Can he do more? We know that he can rebound really, really well. We know that he can finish really strong in the paint. He has the floater. He's a great screen setter. He's a great dribble handoff player. Guys like Bradley Beal and Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard is going to love that because it gives them a first step on guys that can help them get to the free throw line, help them get to the mid range. It can help them get to the paint when they normally can't. And Zubac has been able to do that. I think Lopez can help with that too. And I do feel like Zubac is going to eventually continue to be a mainstay with this team because he can post up too and hit shots close to the basket. And he can get to the free throw line too. And on top of that, he can pass out of the post, and he can just be a good passer in general as a big, just getting the ball and just trying to make the right play, even if it's not scoring. And he has shown that he's a team player. He's a hub type of guy, and that's the type of big they needed. He developed into that. And then you just look at the main guy, Kawhi the Claw Leonard. He is getting paid $50 million. And he's the reason why the Clippers been relevant the last couple years is because he's been that good. And he helped them get to a conference finals. He helped them continually make the playoffs, even though they missed 1 year. They've been good with him and without him, but they on another level if he's healthy, playing the best version of himself when it comes to basketball. And we know what he's capable of if he's on that court, and we know what he can do defensively. We just have to see, can Kawhi Leonard give them 2 to 3 great seasons before it's all said and done with the Clippers? Because if he wants to win again, he's going to have to be a role player. And if he wants to play the role of being a hero like he's doing with the Clippers, he's going to have to play like that majority, if not all of the season. And if he does, this team can win more than 50 games. And if he's healthy for 60 plus games, this team can be a number 2 seed in the Western Conference. That's how deep this team is. That's how much size this team has. And that's how many weapons this team has athletically, shooting wise, playmaking wise, and just scoring wise and defensive wise. They have a great defensive identity. They have two-way players all throughout the roster, and they have guys that understand the game at a high level. This is a team that should have a lot of success if their guys can stay healthy. I know they old. I know they're going to be a little slow, but the fundamentals is going to be there. Understanding the game is going to be there, and that's going to give them advantages over a lot of the bad teams, and that's going to keep them in games against a lot of the young teams, and that's going to keep them competing with a lot of the teams around their range when it comes to talent. And they have a lot of guys that knows how to get the game done when it comes to winning and closing them out. They just have to stay on the court, and if they stay on the court, I can see this team easily winning 55 or more games. But if they come with a lot of injuries throughout the season, they might still finish as a top 6 team in the West. At worst, a play-in team. As long as they get in, it's a bloodbath. We know how the Western Conference is. As long as you get in, you feel like you got a shot, because it don't matter who you go against in the Western Conference. Sometimes even in the first round, it's gonna be tough anyway. You know, you rather go to be a 3 or 4 seed, but if you want to win a championship, you probably gonna have to go against the 1 or 2 seed anyway. Some people used to say we rather just get it early, or some people used to say we rather get it late. You never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, we see Halliburton go down. We seen Jason Tatum go down before they even got to a conference finals, and then Halliburton goes down in the NBA finals, and it looks like, man, you just never know. You just want to get in and just trust everything that you put in when it comes to work as a team and as an individual, that it all will pay off when it matters the most and when it's the most time for it. So I'm basically saying, as long as this team makes the playoffs, they got a shot. That's what I would say. I think they will be a playoff team. I think they will be a top 6 team in the Western Conference. And if they get in, they have as much of a chance as the Denvers, as the Houstons, and as the Thunder. And I can keep going on and on and on, but I'm not, because that's just how deep the Western Conference is. As long as they get in, they have a shot. And as long as they continue to stay healthy, they can beat anybody. We just have to see if the age going to get to them when it comes to the injuries and staying healthy, or will it just be them showing you that they are one of the best in the West. And that's all you have to do to get in. Then it's about how things fall and how things happen. You never really know in life in general. So that's the way to look at it. If you're a Clipper fan, and that's the way to look at it if you wanted to know how I felt about the Clippers. This is an optimistic team where they have everything needed to win. They have the superstar, they have the defense, they have the playmaking, they have the rebounding, they have the inside-outside threats, and they have the shooting and the ability to take over games with guys like Bill Harden and obviously Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard. And if that happens, they can beat anybody. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to your channel, I do conversation videos just like these about NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage too. So if you love that type of stuff and you want more of it, I do those videos basically every single day. Or I also would say I got over 3,000 plus videos on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy right now, and it's all for free. No jokes, no gimmicks. To check out the channel and see for yourself. Other than that, thank y'all for checking out the channel. Thank y'all for making time for me. Thank y'all for caring about what I have to say. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is and continuing to watch it and look forward to it and continuing to stay a good, loyal fan. And for the people that checked out my channel for the first time, thank you for giving the channel a chance. That's how I got most of my subscribers. So thank you for that. And for the people that seen it before and just clicked it to see what it was going to be about, thank y'all for giving it a chance for that reason too, because you never know if you want to be a fan until you watch it or until you get a chance to see what's popping on this channel. Other than that, I'm going for now. Y'all stay blessed up, and I hopefully see you guys later today or tomorrow. And y'all stay blessed up. Peace. Y'all be good.